Good morning, Ward 1. There's some love. As many of you know, my name is Kent Boese. I'm happy to have invited you to my home because I'm excited to announce my candidacy for the 2018 Ward 1 Democratic primary for the DC Council. I'm running to be the next Ward 1 council member because I am committed to ensuring that the district government meets the needs of our residents. Restoring Ward 1's long legacy of excellent constituent services on issues both great and small are one of my top priorities. And I will be the progressive advocate that maintains the rich diversity of our ward as the neighborhoods continue to grow and prosper. Because of our shared values, I will be your advocate and champion to ensure that your voice has a seat at the table and is fairly represented among all those in the district who live here and work hard to make it a great, inclusive community. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of responsive and timely constituent services or my commitment to it.
Tell them, Ken.
Tell them. Thank you. So, one thing I've learned is in my many years as an advisory neighborhood commissioner, through my experience, I've learned that by solving problems for the community better informs me to improve the quality of life of not just one resident, but all residents. For this reason, I see this as the most important role I can play as your elected leader. My commitment to this essential service has led me to approach every issue, whether it be school modernizations, crime and public safety, or even balancing big development in our densely populated neighborhoods, not as isolated issues, but as quality of life issues and constituent services issues, because they impact people's everyday lives. That's the difference between doing something and working for the community versus doing something to the community. In addition to my... Yeah. I like that. In addition to my commitment to unparalleled constituent services, as your next council member, I am also committed to continuing Ward 1's tradition of inclusive community outreach, responsible progressive legislation, and being responsive, present, and engaged in every neighborhood. This is a model that has worked so well for our neighborhoods in the past. I believe that government's job is to make sure that society's most vulnerable residents, those who would otherwise not have a voice, are fairly represented and have a seat at the table. I believe elected leaders must ensure that policies and laws are fair and that all residents and communities benefit equally from the district's progress and success. Let's move it forward. To do this, we must know our communities and know when key constituencies are not there. When we notice that constituencies are not there, then it's upon us as elected representatives to reach out to those communities, to hear from those communities, and to hear what their needs are so that they can be represented.
Yes.
Go up a little bit. Having smart. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
Having smart, talented, and capable leadership is important to any community. By working with the community, a council member becomes the critical link between the community and the district government to ensure that the gap between the two is bridged and that your voices are heard. Even though the job description of a council member may be that as a legislator, I believe that the real job is to be a problem solver. Only by being engaged with the community is a council member able to learn about the hopes, dreams, needs, and services that the residents expect and need, and the high quality of life that they seek in their own community. By working the problem, a council member in collaboration with the community can achieve superior and long-lasting results. Right. Ward 1 is so much more than a collection of neighborhoods defined by artificial boundaries like ANC single-member districts or police service areas or even education clusters. Instead, it is an interconnected network of diverse communities that allows all voices to be heard and involved in making the key decisions that impact their lives. My commitment and dedication to seeing that our ward and our community continue to grow in a progressive and inclusive decision led to my decision to run to be the next Ward 1 council member. But I want to emphasize, I cannot do this alone. I need your help.
We support you, kids.
And I support you. I need you to join me and the community of friends and neighbors to make your voice heard as we work to shape a new vision for a new Ward 1. And I thank you. That's the end of my prepared remarks, but I do have a few that I'd also like to add if you'll indulge me. One of the reasons that I'm standing up here today, in addition to my love of the people of this ward and my dedication to serving the people of our communities, is you. The trust and the faith and the collaboration you have shown with me and worked with me over the years on a lot of these issues, it has worked well for us. I am truly, truly humbled by the trust you have put into me and by the faith you have put in me to actually represent your issues and solve the problems of our community.
You earned it.
So while I'm up here today announcing my candidacy, I want to let you know that this is our candidacy. This is your day as well as mine. That said, there's also a few people I need to recognize that, again, have allowed me to do what I consider to be this work for the community. It would be probably wrong of me not to recognize my husband, Brian, who's standing over here. He's been a constant and solid foundation in my life that has allowed me to focus on problems throughout our neighborhood. Without his support, I would not be here.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
I also want to recognize the co-chairs of the committee. We have Hector Hueso. And Vicki Wright-Smith, who's right down here. And my last but certainly not least, my campaign manager, Bill Brown. Did you want to say
Let's hear it for Kent, our next Ward 1 council member.